Father Dr. Biju Varghese Payamballil, CEO, Pushpagiri Group of Institutions, Sri K. Jayakumar IAS, Director, Institute of Management and Government, my friend, good friend. Our principal, Dr. Reena Thomas, our vice principal, Dr. Gadam Vijayalashmi, Reverend Father George Valliparambil, Dr. Carol Saracharian, our students who are comparing here, Dr. Naina Varghese and Dr. Anaka Anaya, other dignitaries on the dais, dear students, medical students, members of the faculty, Reverend Fathers, and ladies and gentlemen. In fact, I have been asked to speak in English. So I was a little confused. Dr. Vijayakumar spoke in Manglish. That is both English and Malayalam. Since I was asked to speak in English, I will speak in English because I should obey. Not because I prefer English to Malayalam, but since I was asked to speak in English. Well, in fact, I have to first say that I consider it as a rare privilege to be invited to this function and to deliver the keynote address. In fact, Dr. Vijaykumar has made not only the introductory speech, the keynote address also. Whatever is to be said was there. I have nothing more to say. But however, I should say I am so proud that I have been invited. Not because I am giving a convocation speech for the first time. It is not that. I had been the chairman of the Board of Governors of IIT Delhi, and for consecutive 5 years, I presided over the convocation ceremony, handed over the certificates, degrees to all students, and in many other institutions I have delivered the convocation address. But here, it is a rare privilege because it is a recognition that I get in my town, a medical college in my town, that is in Tiruvalla. In the Bible it is said, no prophet is popular in his own place. So, therefore, when you invite me, when I was invited by Dr. Naina Varghese, the son of my good friend Dr. Varghese, Naina Varghese is a student here. So I was wondering why I have been invited for a keynote address especially in a medical college. Well, I should say, I am proud of being invited and consider it as an honor. But why we are here? I was thinking, when I was sitting here, in fact, some thought came to my mind. See this wonderful scenario. Look at this wonderful meeting. Why all this? The thought came to me. It is because of the Pushpagiri Medical College. Pushpagiri Medical College. Where is it? In a small town, Tiruvalla. So my thoughts went back to those days when the college was started. In those days, a private medical college was a taboo in Kerala. Especially some political parties oppose the idea of private medical colleges. Therefore, our students who wanted to study medicine, they had to go to other states and paying huge sum of fees. They had to study in substandard institutions. That was the situation in Kerala. At the time, our then Chief Minister Sri A.K. Antony, he took a bold step. He decided that we should have private medical colleges. Sri Jayakumar IAS is knowing all these things in detail. He announced that government has intention to start private medical college. And immediately, the Malangara Catholic Church came forward to start a college in a town like Tiruvalla. Nobody believed that it will come finally to a reality. A medical college in Tiruvalla, how it is possible? But Malangara Catholic Church could succeed in that. In some other towns also colleges were started. But I should congratulate and thank the Malangara Catholic Church for their farsightedness in starting a medical college here. And in spite of all vicissitudes, all challenges, that medical college has become one of the most reputed, a college of reputation, good reputation, with, well, very good faculty, with a well-equipped college. And this is today one of the topmost colleges in the state, or I can say even in the country. My congratulations to the Malangara Catholic Church for having done such a job for Tiruvalla. And therefore, see, encouraged by what has happened by what is done by Malangara Catholic College, the Believers Church also going forward. And therefore, today, Tiruvalla we have two medical colleges, Dr. Jayakumar. Tiruvalla not a big town, but two medical colleges. I am proud of that. I am proud of that. Now, but having said that, I should say a few words about the Catholic Church. Dr. Jayakumar, see, I would like to, that I know, see, we very much boast of the Kerala's achievement in the educational field, in the medical field, and you are just mentioning about other states. I don't know, I also don't want to mention the names of the state, where with regard to education, with regard to health, they are far behind. Whereas Kerala, you know, if you take the health indicators, where are we? We are comparable to even some of the countries of Europe. Take the case of longevity of life. Longevity. We are more than 70, comparable to Europe. Then, question of maternal mortality. See, Dr. Jayakumar mentioned about some states. He did not say the names of the states. But in those states, you know what is the post of maternal mortality? Infant mortality. In all cases, it's miserable. And why we are well ahead? The government is boasting of this. Naturally, government should boast. We should take pride. But are you ready to accept the reality that the part played by the private management, except the Christian management, in the educational field and in the medical field, that is mostly responsible for this kind of wonderful achievement that Kerala has achieved? But is the government accepting that fact? I am sorry not. I remember of a Catholic priest whose name is Chavara Achan. Chavara Achan. Do you know who started this kind of a modern education in Kerala? Not any of those names today Kerala government boasts, but it is Chavara Achan. Who started? Schools in those days, scheduled caste and lower caste people, so-called lower caste people. I don't consider any caste lower. So-called lower caste people were not allowed to enter the portals of even a primary school. Even a primary. At that time, the father called Chavarayachan started school where he allowed scheduled caste, Harijans, and all lower caste to study. And he also instructed that all the church parishes should start schools. All parishes, oro palliyodopam oro school. It is how the name Pallikudam came. But Chavarachan is totally ignored by the Kerala historians and so-called. This is In fact, a distortion of history, I would say that. Therefore, I don't want to. Therefore, I come back to the point. Malangara Catholic Church, a small church, part of the big Catholic Church. Today I have seen today morning newspaper, I have seen our Prime Minister at Rome meeting the Pope and embracing him. The photo is there, meeting the Pope. Yes. Well, that is good. But the contribution by the private management and the church should not be ignored by the authorities that be. That is it. Now, coming back to my subject, the Balagara Kadri, we started a college here. My dear students, you are here because of that college. Or today, our Kerala medical education has advanced so much. Today, thousands of our students are studying MBBS because many of these private colleges are here running very well. That doesn't mean I agree with the donation, capitation. Well, now it is under control of the government. There's no capitation, I believe, and fees are also managed. Admission also controlled by the government. That's good. So today, we have a regulated system of medical colleges. I welcome that kind of regulation and right. But the most important thing is that government should always encourage private investment in education and in medical college. One more point I have to say, but that is not enough. Education is not just whether medical or general education is not just acquiring knowledge. There is something more than that. So, our Sri Vijay Kumar ji was mentioning about that. See, it is not that. It is actually something more than. Mahatma Gandhi ji has said, knowledge without character is dangerous. Knowledge without character is dangerous. So for medical doctors also, for everybody who is getting knowledge, character is very, very important. During the inaugural speech, our Jayakumar ji asked, what is your objective? Why are you studying medicine? What is your objective? Very relevant question. What is your objective? What are you? Why are you being a doctor? Why do you want to become a doctor? Well, there are very pertinent question he asked. Then an incident came to me in my mind. That is when I was teaching in the college. One student came for admission. This story is very dear to me and I repeat it, say it in many times, many places. A student came for admission. He had very low marks. He asked for second group, the pre-degree. I was teaching there. Well, I asked him, why do you want second group? He said, I want to be a doctor. So I asked, why do you want to become a doctor? Your marks are very low. Sir, doctor means very good job and plenty of money. That is it. And I said, no, you can't be a doctor. You cannot get admission. Then immediately he said, sir, then don't worry, give me third group. I said, why you want third group? Sir, I want to become a politician. I said, why do you want to be a politician? Sir, I can make you more money than a doctor being a politician. Well, this is not a joke, this is something happened. But today, when we look back, this is the perception of the common. That boy represents the common man. Perception of the common man. Doctor means good job and plenty of money. Politician means prestige, power, and lot of money. This is the problem. I know I am talking to doctors. Dr. Sri Jayakumar has already spoken to you about this. What is a doctor? What is a profession? Is it a job? Is the profession of a doctor is a job? I would say no. It is a service. I would say more than that, it is a vocation. I have a priest, I was sitting with a priest, father, here a priest. What is a priest? Priesthood is not a job, it's a vocation. Likewise, I was a teacher. The profession of a teacher is not a job, it's a vocation. A doctor's profession is not a job, a vocation. What is the difference between job and vocation? In a job, you do your duty, finish. No more responsibility. But if you are in vocation, it's not enough you do your duty. You have to put yourself, you have to commit yourself completely to that work. You have to fully identify with that work. You have to be concerned about the result, and you have to live in that. And you have to sacrifice for that. That is vocation. My dear students, my dear doctor students, this US is not a job. It is a vocation. It's a vocation. You are taking at the time of graduation, today I believe, you are taking an oath, the Hippocratic oath. Every doctor has to take that. Many doctors forget that. The other day I read, because Jayakumari has given some time to me, I take 2-3 minutes more. The other day I read a newspaper, a doctor in Bombay. What did he do? He was assigned to test the blood of an accused. In order to save that accused, what did he do? He took the blood of his mother and sent a bogus fraud report. Finally, the doctor was arrested. He was read in the newspaper. Arrested. See, the doctor forgets the oath he has taken. Doctor uses the job for making money. Such doctors, well, are a shame to the doctors' community. Unless you think that doctor's job is a vocation, it is an aberration. If you think that doctor's job is a job, it is an aberration. Yes, you have spent a lot of money for education, but the country, whether church or others, the society is spending a lot of money. You have a responsibility to society. Not only that, you have a responsibility to yourself, no doubt. Your first responsibility is yours, to keep your best doctor, to be a successful doctor. Jayakumarji said about successful doctor. What is success? That has to be defined. Success is relative. You know Dayabai, who studied up to postgraduate in those days. She worked in the North Indian village along with the tribals. And she's nothing, you must have seen her in the photo picture. For her, that is the success of her life. For many people, many things are success. But what is a success for a doctor? When the doctor thinks that he belongs to the society. When the doctor thinks he has a responsibility to the society. I don't want to take more of time. I have to give you 3 pieces of advice. 3 pieces. I am a teacher, so I can give advice also. 3 pieces of advice. Number 1, remember that a doctor's job is not a job. Doctor's profession is not it is a vocation. Number 2, remember that you have a responsibility to the society which made you a doctor. Third, remember not to forget the pledge, Hippocratic pledge you have taken at the time of your graduation, whenever you treat a patient. Always remember that. You know all details about that oath. If you should remember all these three. This is my three pieces of advice to the graduating students. I thank you for your kind indulgence, for listening to me for more than 10 minutes. I had been given only 10 minutes. Being a politician, every politician is like that, will make more time. Every bureaucrat is very strict. They stick to the time. And here Jayagumar showed a good example. I thank Jayagumar for giving me some more additional time. I thank all of you for listening carefully. Thank you very much. Wish you all the best. My best wishes and greetings to all graduating students. May you have a successful life. Success in the real terms, not success in the worldly terms. May you have a successful career. With these words, I conclude. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.